So, good morning. Today we are going to talk about a new topic called variables. Right? So, before I start variable in this session of Python, we will understand. Let's revisit what we have done yesterday. So, if you want to open a Python file, you just have to write ID, right? And this shell will open. Right? So, this is a shell. This will open. Now, this shell is used to give you an output, right? But if you want to store your program somewhere, so you have to go in the files, new file, right? Click on the new file and let's print my name. Okay. So let's see what will happen. Let's save this file. Let's save it somewhere, save as. So when you are trying to save it, it will ask you the path, right? So let's save it here, right? And it has an extension Python. So let's say name, right? Yesterday we done hello. So this time we are doing name. So this is your Python file, which has been stored somewhere. Now when you click enter, right, and there is another word called run. So when you click run, it will run your file. It will ask, do you want to save? Okay, save it, and it will run in a shell. So wherever the path and the location is, it is going to print that specific file, right? So this is a simple program with the help of which we understood that how we can print name. Now, if I want to print something else, let's say I want to print number. All right. So what will happen? Let's see. Click on run. Okay. And it will print number. Have you seen name and number? Right. So now today's topic is what is this name? What is this number? Name is an alphabet, right? So, and number is a digit. So in Python, we have something called variables where we store our all information. Like I want to store my name. I want to store your name. Then we will use variables. Let's understand what are variables and how we use variables. So here, if we see from the beginning, if you see what are variables? Variables are a name given to the memory location in a program. Alright. So if you have written Rahul, alright, and the name is given to Rahul is stored in a name. That is a variable. So wherever we know everything is stored in a memory, right? So somewhere in the memory, there is a space given to a variable name to a name, right? And in this name, what is stored? Rahul is stored, right? Then there is another variable name age. Okay, we have another variable. So somewhere in the memory, it will store age. Alright, and age, what it is storing? 23. Then price. There is another variable named price. So somewhere in the memory, there is a variable named price, and what value it is storing? 25.99. Alright. So a variable is a name given to a memory location in a program. And we usually use variables to store all our information in Python, right? Or in any of the programming language. So what you do, we are basically dealing with the memory, alright? So we provide the name, we provide age, we provide price. So where they are going in a memory, and somewhere in the memory, like here, the memory, what it will do, it will give you the address. So somewhere in the memory, when you call name, how computer understand that they have to go to the name, and whatever name you have printed, it will go and ask for the memory location. So somewhere in the memory they will give you some number, 15867. So memory will understand, okay, he's asking for a name. So where name is stored, it is stored here in this address, and it will give you the number. It will give you the specific name. Same with the age, same with the price. And what is this dynamic memory? Dynamic memory is basically how much words a name consists of, or whether it's an integer or it's a string. So as per the requirement, it dynamically allocate the space and then print the value. That is why Python has a dynamic memory. In other languages like C, C++, it has static memory. Means once you have declared a variable, it will assign a static space. Right? So if the variable length increases, you have to change. Remember, integer, then there is long, in float, all those things. You have to change the length. Right? But Python has a dynamic memory. So if you write and your word length increases, it automatically dynamically increase the memory. You don't have to do anything. If the number is greater than the numbers you think of, then it automatically dynamically allocate the memory, whether it's an integer, whether it's a uh, your float, whether it's a digit or number. You don't have to declare in front of a variable, right? So it automatically dynamically knows that, okay, Rahul is a string, so it will give you that string, space to a string. Right? Age is 23 is a number, it will give you that. Price is 25.99, that's float, it will automatically give you the space. Okay, so this is what a variable is. Now let's understand about data types. We are talking about variables, but what to store in that variables? Either you will store numbers, right? Or you will store string. What is string? String could be your name. Anything in the letters, call it as a string. Float. Float is decimal numbers like 35, 67.9, 89.67, 0.67. So float is your point numbers. And Boolean is either true or false. Alright? And what is string? String could be any name, like Rahul. And always remember, when you're using string, you have to use double quotes to declare it. Only then it will understand it's a string. Right? Then integer could be any number, 6, 98, 10078, whatever number you are entering, it become integer. Right? So what we understood? We understood two things. First, what is a data type? That what type of a data you need to store and what type of a data you need to deal with. It is called data type. Right? And what is variable? Variable is basically what is stored, the name given to the memory location. That whatever data you want to store, you are going to store in somewhere in the memory, and the name given to that memory is a variable. Right? So we will do some practical example for the variables. Let's see. Let's share the screen and let's do it in the compiler. So here it is. So here, let's open the shell first, right? And let's do that program within this. Now here if you see, print name, all right? it is printing the name. Print 2, it is printing the numbers, that is integer, and it is string. Now, if I write type of type, right, it will give you the type, which type of data it is. Run, save, and let's see. Can you see? It has a string class and it has an integer class, right? So what we did, we understood that there is something called string and something called integer, right? Float is also there, boolean is also there, depending on your scenario. And if you want to find out, you can easily find out. And you don't need to declare anything. Let's do something. Let's give you a value. X equals to 5, right? Y equals to 6. Now I want to add x plus 5. X plus y. Now what output it should give? 11. Let's see whether it is giving us 11 or not. Mhm. Oh, I have to write print as well. So can you see 11? 11 is printed, right? So this is how, what is variable and what are data types. That's a basic concept. I think you've understood. Let's move on with the next topic that we will do another. So I will put some questions so that you will do what is variable and what is data type. Thank you so much.